Be'ezrat Hashem, today we're going to speak about Halachot Berachot. Speak about the topic, the food which is going to be changed its form. Food which is smashed, which Beracha a person will say on these items. The Gemara states, Trima, dates which are smashed, will say one should recite the Beracha of Borei Priya Etz. The Rishonim argue what the Gemara means when they say when it says Trima. Rashi and Trumat edition of the opinion of that dates are smashed a little bit, however they're not totally smashed. And in that case, one should say the Beracha of Borei Priya Etz. However, the Rambam states that even if dates are totally smashed, one should still say the Beracha of Borei Priya Etz. The Shulchan Aruch goes with the opinion of the Rambam, who says that even if dates are totally smashed, one should still say Borei Priya Etz. However, the Rama, who's the posek of the Ashkenazim, says that one should say She'akol Niya Bidvaro if dates are smashed. However, the Rama talks about a little bit of a different case. The Rama talks about jelly which is smashed, fruits which are made into a jelly, which Beracha should one say on it. The question is, according to the Rama, who says jelly, one should say She'akol Niya Bidvaro. Does he also mean by dates one should say She'akol, or does he mean only by jelly which is totally smashed until it loses form totally, then you should say She'akol? However, by dates, one should say Borei Priya Etz, also according to the Rama. The Mishnah Berurah states the halacha that a person should say on dates Borei Priya Etz, and only on jelly which is totally smashed and totally lost its form, then one should say She'akol Niya Bidvaro. The Achronim nowadays poskim argue, according to the Sfaradim, which Beracha should a person say on smashed item which loses form. According to the Kaf HaChaim and the Ben Ish Chai, they are of the opinion of that one should say Borei She'akol Niya Bidvaro on smashed foods, whether it be dates or other foods which are smashed till it loses most of its form. A person to say recite the Beracha of She'akol Niya Bidvaro. The question is, what's their reason? If the Shulchan Aruch, who is the Sfaradi posek, says to say Borei Priya Etz, why do they go against the Shulchan Aruch and they say She'akol Niya Bidvaro? Their reasoning is, according to the Kaf HaChaim and the Ben Ish Chai, because we have a rule of Safek Berachot Le'akil, which means that when a person has an option of saying a Beracha or not, in an argument or of a case of uncertainty, one should not say a Beracha, because to say a Beracha, the Batala, to say Hashem's name in vain, is very stringent. And therefore one should not say, in a case of which is not sure, uncertainty, you shouldn't say a Beracha. And therefore, in our case, we know that the Beracha of She'akol Niya Bidvaro, one is for sure, he fulfills his obligation once he says She'akol Niya Bidvaro on any food. And therefore, it's better to say She'akol Niya Bidvaro rather than Borei Priya Etz, which it could be is not fulfill his obligation in this case. However, according to Chacham Ovadia Yosef, he says that you should say a Beracha of Borei Priya Etz even in our case, which food is smashed, since for sure the food is coming from the tree. And therefore, it's not applicable the klal of Safek Berachot Le'akil in our case, because for sure a person has fulfilled his obligation if he says Borei Priya Etz, since the fruit for sure grew on the tree, and therefore he's not lying when he says Borei Priya Etz. A few differences in these cases would be also, there's many differences. One of the main differences which is very common today is by fruit leather. if it's, we're talking about fruit leather which is natural, of course. Because if it's fruit leather which is non-natural fruit leather, rather they put a lot of different chemicals and different ingredients inside, that according to everybody, the beracha is going to be she'akol niya bidvaro. However, in the case where fruit leather is natural fruit leather, in that case they can have the machloket, which we said above. According to the Kaf HaChaim and the Ben Ish Chai, one should recite the beracha of she'akol niya bidvaro. However, according to Chacham Ovadia Yosef, in the case where it's natural fruit leather, one should say the beracha of borei pri ha'etz.